Welcome to another episode of the WeakLee Podcast. I have somebody today who I've been knowing since he was like in the 7th grade.
Damn.
It has been that long. Then he's the person who's been filming, taking care of all the production, all that of the WeakLee Podcast. There's none other than my boy Bryce.
What's up? What's poppin'? My name is Bryce. I'm the man behind this little operation we got here. Well, I'm not the talent, but
you the one who always be talking in the background.
Yeah, I'm the guy from the background with my little slick comments and whatnot, and my facial expressions that Alicia be talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So I'm the cameraman, the producer, I'm the sound man, the light man, the graphic designer, I'm the editor. Man of many hands, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so yeah, about me. Born and raised in New Orleans. Single mother, just me and my mama pretty much my whole life. My daddy was around, but not really. He didn't really get involved with that guy too much as I got older, pretty much. More so when I was a child, but not really as I got older. Besides that, man, really, that's about it. Ain't got nothing else going on. Like, been chilling.
Yeah, like I've been knowing you for a very, very long time. He's actually one of my brother's close friends.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy.
My little brother.
Shout out to my boy Fleesky, man. My boy Fleesky.
So it's my other little brother, man. What was it like growing up watching me?
Watching you? Nigga, I wasn't watching you.
Y'all was watching me.
I promise your brother was watching you. Yeah. Your brother was watching you and reporting on you.
I'm gonna talk to
Trust
that
me,
nigga.
but like how Darius had you, I had my own people I was watching. So right. I wasn't necessarily watching you. I learned some things from you for sure. But it wasn't really for watching though. It wasn't really watching. I wasn't spectating you though.
All right, that's good.
Your brother was color commentating on your life, but
I ain't never.
I didn't really start witnessing we wasn't really around each other till we got to like high school. Till I got to high school.
Y'all got older.
Yeah.
And then y'all was
I started witnessing.
Yeah, then y'all had all them parties at my apartment.
No.
And all that.
Then before that. I witnessed before that. I'm not gonna speak on that story, but we do. It was just a particular Mardi Gras, and some people came down to visit. Yeah. And that's when I learned about you.
Hey,
brother.
Man.
That was definitely when I learned.
Hey man, I am in different places.
Different, growth, evolution. That's what life all about. Yeah. For sure. Just showing the young boys what could be achieved. Exactly. Life motivation, motivational purposes only.
But man, in this episode, we're gonna talk about losing someone close to you.
Like it's crazy, but how much we just started laughing, and we about to.
Yeah, we're about to cry.
Oh, we probably not gonna cry, but
no, I'm not. But I may want to.
I'm gonna think about it.
Go get the tissue. I might need like one or two.
We got the box
right there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. As long as it's right there.
Put it by the one.
So, do you feel like an instant loss is better than or worse than a loss that you know is about to already happen?
I would probably prefer to know it's coming to kind of. I mean, at the end of the day, can you really prepare yourself for like losing somebody right. When you really think about it? Like, even though like it's coming, it's still gonna feel the same. I guess you can kind of brace yourself for that initial impact, but besides that, it's gonna still be the same thing after. Yet. Like with me, I literally just. I was just chilling in my room. Like I had just woke up. It was probably like 8, 9 in the morning, and I just heard my mama like screaming after she found out the news and all of that kind of stuff. And so it was just an immediate shock from there, and it was just probably locked into that till I got back home because I was way in Houston. So we was in Houston, so we had to fly all the way back from Houston to the city, and then as soon as we walked in the house, that's when everything kind of like popped off of me. No, nothing had ever hit me yet. Like I was just froze. Whole plane ride, I'm just sitting still. Mama sobbing the whole time in the airport, all that. I'm just froze, sitting still. Couldn't think of nothing, couldn't do nothing. I was just sitting there. Right. But once I walked in the door, I forgot who it was. I think it was Ferg. Walked in the door. First person I saw was Ferg. Ferg gave me a hug. I just broke down crying. Right. But back to the question. I don't think it can really. I don't think you can really prepare yourself. Like, you can prepare yourself in some instances. I mean, sometimes with, like, especially with older family members, it's like they didn't live their life already kind of thing, and you can kind of come to terms with it a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I think you can't really prepare for it. You can't really prepare for it. What's to come after, especially if you ain't never dealt with it before. So
exactly.
Especially if you ain't never dealt with it
before.
Because
I say my dad's mom passed, it was like we already knew it was gonna happen. And then when it happened, me and all my cousins, we went across the street to the bar. Because all of us was there. And all of us just crying and drinking. And then when my mom's mom passed, it was like I know this about to happen. And then it was me, my mom, my dad. We were sitting in her nursing home. And then all of a sudden, she was sleeping. Then she just popped up and started screaming my mama's name like 2 times. And then all of a sudden, she got quiet and went right back to sleep. And then when we left from over there, I was at home asleep, and my mom and dad already went to the nursing home. It was like 4 in the morning or so. And then they called me. It was like, she passed. And I was like, all right, I'm about to come. But I didn't even get there until after they moved the body out the nursing home. So then when I really sat back and thought about it, I was like, man, she really gone now. But it ain't really hit me more so until really the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get to, it's like, it just seemed like it's so long to get to the funeral. And then when you get to the funeral.
that was a long couple days.
Exactly.
It's a long couple days.
And then like
sure.
with my dad's mom too, I remember me and all my cousins in the limo. And I'm just, we really going to our grandma's funeral. And then I start crying at everybody in the limo crying.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
But it's just like you never really can be ready for it. Whether it's an instant thing or something that you know really about to happen.
For sure. Definitely can't. I don't think there is really a way to prepare for it. I think it's that initial blow, you might slow it up a little bit, but it's gonna feel the same way either way. It's gonna feel the same way.
So how you feel it affected your family?
I think initially the effect was like just a lot of closeness after that. Like everybody wanted to be around each other. Like everybody wanted to do stuff together. That kind of thing. Pretty much, it was pretty much that for a long time. For a few years, where everybody was just trying to be next to each other, trying to do stuff together, like trying to have stuff, just trying to, I guess, find a sense of like normalcy again after something like that, especially after losing somebody so integral in your family. So it seemed like everybody was just on eggshells around each other at that time. So everybody was just trying to comfort each other pretty much, mostly.
I know with us, it was just like we just here. Like it's not the same, especially since like you lost a cousin that was close to the family. I lost like my grandparents, and it's just like the fact that they was always the people who ran the family, kept the family together. Just like every time we're around, just like what we do now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we still find ways to make things happen and be around each other and stay busy, but at the same time, it just don't be the same.
That's how I think that's how it is with most of us too. Because with Randy, like especially all of everybody that was under him, like all of the cousins that was under him, like he pretty much was like that guiding figure for literally every single one of us. Like to me, I'm an only child, so like Randy was pretty much the only brother that I had majority of my life. That was the person I looked up to. That was who taught me the ropes kind of thing. Even with his little sister Asia, same thing. Like his older brother, his little sister. They gonna have that dynamic all the way down to my cousin Kayla and her sister Kayla children. Like he had that with everybody. So I always was like, especially in the beginning when it first happened, the grief kind of started feeling like pressure for the beginning part, because it was like pretty much me and Randy was the only two dudes under my grandma and children, like in my immediate family. So after Randy passed, I felt like a void was missing, and a small part of me felt like I was supposed to be the one that kind of like filled it in, but I never really could fill it in. So it kind of was just messing with me for a time, kind of thing. But eventually I got over all of that. But it was a very like just how you say, it was a very integral part of the family that we're missing. That was missing, and then not only that, it was so early, like mid-20s,
right,
kind of thing. Yeah, so much life left to live.
Right. 'Cause I remember I only met him. I probably been around Randy probably like 3 times before he passed. But it's just like the love from everybody is just like something always be missing and they ain't gonna never come back. And that is like the crazy thing to think about when people pass. Cause it's like you used to calling them, you used to, oh, let's go hang out, let's go do something. But that's like just not there no more. Ain't nothing you could do to get it back right now.
Man, it's crazy, bro. I woke up this morning and I was just feeling bad all morning because I was sitting there thinking about him, and I'm starting to forget how his voice sound. That's how long it's been. Like I'm starting to forget what he sounded like, and that was just tearing me up this morning. Right. And it be happening like that. Like sometimes I'll just be straight. Like I'll be good for like a week. I mean, not necessarily I'll be straight, because literally I don't think a day goes by where I don't think about this man. Like it was one of them things with me. Like every single thing I do in my life, like I don't think nothing is ever gonna feel as good as it used to. Like no matter what I accomplish, what I achieve, it ain't gonna hit the same for me. Right. Because that was somebody I used to really sit down and talk about life with. Like somebody used to really like try to walk me along the right path, pretty much. So it's like whenever I do anything, I just be like I still feel good for myself when I do stuff and all of that. Like when things are going right in life, but it just don't. It don't hit the same like it used to. It don't hit like it used to. Nothing really do.
So how did you communicate your feelings about it, or did you ever really communicate your feelings?
I never really. I mean, there's been instances where I've like sat down with people and we sat down and had conversations. With the majority of those times, though, I usually talk to my grandma. Me and my grandma have a pretty good connection, especially emotionally, and pretty much, honestly, the only time I ever talk about those feelings is really with her, just breaking down just things that I've noticed about myself, how I've changed like as a person. But besides that, no, not really. Me and my mom have sat down and had talks about it before too, but I don't really express myself to others very often. Right. Almost never really. I pretty much handle most things on my own.
Yeah, I know. Every time I tell you to come to me, you be like, I'm straight right now.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not in me.
You ask me anything, you'd be like, I'm good.
It's never been in me. I just always was like, I don't know, bro. Huh?
You gonna figure it out?
Yeah, like it was just how I was raised. Really, like I didn't grow up in a very emotional household. Like it was just me and my mama, and my mama was very honest with me from the beginning, like just with our situation and stuff like that, and just was like. We didn't have time for all that. Nobody had time for all that. Right. So like we was focused on other stuff.
Because you was raised by a survivor.
Yeah, like, and that's what she was teaching me how to do. Like we didn't have time for nothing else, and especially when it's just you got me most. It ain't like your situation. You got a set schedule when you getting your kids kind of thing. Like I went with my dad when I wanted to go with my dad. If I didn't want to go, she wasn't making me go. Like my mama wasn't asking for help. She wasn't seeking none of it at all. So it was just like. We didn't really have a lot of time for emotion. It was very logical. I lived in a logical household. It was like if it made sense, that's what was happening, kind of thing. Yeah. Like, but I mean, I got used to it. I wasn't tripping off it, but it kind of led to me just learning how to just internalize stuff and just deal with stuff on my own. Yeah, because I was just raised to do it all by myself. Right. Yeah, so kind of just kept going.
Yeah, I didn't really talk much about my dad's mom really passing. But then, honestly, I didn't talk with neither one of them or my grandfather. I didn't really talk much about it. But the fact of with my mom's mom, I was the first grandchild. So that was always a different relationship I had than with my dad's mom. Because my dad's mom, I'm like the second youngest. And me and her, like elementary school, I used to ride the streetcar with her. Catch the RT at her house. Then my mom and dad picked me up from over there. But with my dad's mom, it was like I was there with her every summer. And that's like, with her and my grandpa, that's how I learned how to box, ride, cut the grass, all type of foolishness. Facts. Every summer, because I wasn't doing that summer camp stuff.
Shit, I was in summer camp, boy.
I never went to summer camp.
If you know me, we was at summer camp for sure, boy. We was at Rainbow faithfully. As soon as we got out of school, the whole family, we was at Rainbow every summer. We was in there. We was in there.
So, how did you cope with it?
At the time, I was in college, so I was way in Lafayette by myself. Well, not necessarily by myself, because his little sister Asia was out there. My other little cousin Deja was out there too. But I didn't really we didn't spend a whole lot of time together. I kind of let them live their life. I lived my life, kind of thing.
Right.
But mostly, I just kind of was just finding solace and just finding stuff to do, like just kind of trying to not to think about it. I would say my college friends definitely helped me out a lot with that, just keeping my mind off things, like kind of just keeping you busy, just keeping me busy, keeping me focused and all of that kind of stuff. I definitely did, like I spiraled out after it happened, but they kind of tried to, keep me on the straight and narrow and everything. Shout out to April. Shout out to my dog Darrell too. That was really two of my biggest rocks at that moment in time, for sure. But like I said, I don't really talk to people a lot, so I'm not really expressing myself. I mean, I'll sit down and talk to people, tell people how I feel, but I ain't really going all the way there, kind of thing. So I definitely, ever since then, I kind of spiraled out. Well, not ever since, but like those next few years, I kind of just spiraled out of control. Not necessarily like doing wild stuff. I just kind of lost the path that I was on. Like when I first got to school, I was doing good. I had like a 3.4. Was about to make the dean. It was just a little short off making the dean's list. Like I had plans, I had goals, like I had things I wanted to do, kind of thing. And then after it happened, I kind of just was like, what's the point? Like I ain't even understand nothing no more. So
your mental change. Yeah,
but it was just like, I don't even get it, bro. Like you could die anytime. Like what's the point of all this? Like stuff got so small to me after that. Like I don't do like no drama, bickering back and forth, fussing, none of that. Cause like I swear to God, I don't care.
Right.
Promise you, I don't care, dog. Like everything, like this is so much bigger things going on in life where like everything just felt so much smaller at the time. So I just wasn't focused no more. And I wasn't focused for a minute.
But at the same time, it really has you see that everything is small.
Yeah,
and people make everything way more than we're supposed to be.
No, absolutely. Like it changed my whole perspective of life. Like, honestly, it changed me a lot as a person. Though it just changed my temperament, kind of overall. Like I don't really care about a lot of things no more. Like just the trivial thing, especially like just what people dealing with in my age, just like the small shit. Like it's just like
it's really not that serious.
It's not that serious, dog. Like don't nothing be that serious, bro. Right. Nothing ever be that serious.
Everything
bro.
temporary.
Like, and I just like that, and honestly, that's really how I carry myself now. Like that's pretty much that's the main thing I took away from everything. It was just like, nothing else is really that serious.
Right.
Like nothing else is really that serious.
Especially the fact that things can happen so fast.
At any moment, bro. At any moment, and then like when me and my grandma sit and talk about, like I'm of the belief that everybody's story is pretty much kind of written already. Mm-hmm. You have points in your life, like inflection points in your life, where a choice has to be made and it'll change your path one way or another. But I think those paths are pretty much drawn out, and I think everybody's expiration date is already written as soon as they get here, kind of thing. So. And then as I learned some things after Randy died, like when my grandma was sitting talking, my grandma sat and talked to both of us like that, where we just kind of like, that was the only person either one of us really expressed our feelings to. So she would sit there and tell me some of the stuff that he would be talking about before he died and everything. And she was kind of like, she was telling me how she kind of felt that it was going to happen. Cause she was like, the way he was talking, like he just like the same thing we saying, like nothing is that big, nothing that serious. Like, I just don't like how people deal with each other. I don't like how people handle things, kind of thing. Like he just was kind of getting to that point where he was just tired of life altogether.
Right.
Yeah. So it just sometimes it just be seeming like coincidences be lining up and things. It be feeling like stuff is just bound to happen. Because I had talked to him like a couple days before, and we was talking about like he was telling me like how he wanted to see me again because I had seen him in a little while and all that. He was telling me to hit him up when I came back out there, that kind of stuff, and it was just kind of surreal to me sometimes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It really could be any time, bro.
Yeah, because that's really the truth though. And it's mind boggling, but at the same time it's just like we don't know.
At all.
And then everybody be out here worried about what I'm wearing today, I'm going crazy over, I don't know what I'm gonna eat tonight.
Yeah.
At least you're able to eat.
Yeah.
People not even able
For
to
sure.
do that.
For sure.
Breathing.
Right. Like people don't be grateful for what we have.
Nah, I'm not even saying it like that. I'm just meaning like, bro,
No,
like
I'm talking about every
just-
aspect of life. Like
Yeah,
people
like,
really
just like-
ungrateful.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. It just make you look at the smaller things, pretty much, kind of,
Yeah.
sort of. Yeah,
Because the simple things really matters.
for sure. For sure.
It's-
Crazy world we live in. Crazy world we live in.
It really is the world though,
It's just we live in a sick place, dog.
Nah, for real. And
What
I
a
really
sick
think
place.
about that a lot. Especially like dealing with everything I've dealt with. I be like, bruh, it's really not that serious.
Don't be that serious, bro.
It's okay.
Don't be
Everything
that
is
serious, bro.
okay.
Don't be that serious.
You're
People
gonna
be
be
thinking,
alright.
people be
Like,
thinking I'm crazy. Like when I be sitting there saying that, it's like, dog, that's, like, it just don't be that important, bro. Like we could get past this so easily.
you
We
could,
could get past it so easily. But like people don't have no kind of people lack perspective.
mm-hmm.
People lack just the nuance of everyday life. Like two things can be true at once in
Right.
instances. Like everybody just so cut and dry now, and just kind of like just stay on their side every time. Every time you had different opinions with people, it's like you talking to a brick wall
Yeah.
all the time. It's just
And then you ain't be able to change their mind.
yeah. It's
Because their
just,
mind already made up. So it's like, all right, well, I don't have no
and
point in talking to you.
I'm gonna just stop talking. I'm gonna just stop talking to you. I'm
But all right, I got nothing else to say.
like I said, I've been in isolation a long time. I was supposed to seclude myself again right quick. Like
right back in your hole.
real
huh?
turtle in a shell. Like I don't care at all. Trust me, I don't like none of y'all that much. Like, I promise you, I don't. Like
I feel you.
No,
I
real
can
talk.
disappear, bro.
real
Yeah.
talk, bro. Like I swear, like I'm one of them people. Like I love my family to death. That's all I need, really. Like
Right.
I could lose the rest of y'all for sure. And you know me, I
Right.
be out with my people. Like
Right.
I be outside with my people. Like I'm good with mine. Like I promise you, I do not need nobody else after
Right.
that. Like so, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
And that's why a lot of people always go back to their family because they know that's all they got.
Yeah.
All right. Does grief has an expiration date?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so at all. At first, for me, it was like on some. It was an everyday kind of thing. Like I said, like I felt pressure after Randy died, just because like I'm not actually the last man standing, but I'm pretty much the only one that's here, kind of
Right.
thing. And so it was a lot of just like stress, really. Like I said, a void was pretty much there, and a part of me felt like I was supposed to be the one to go and fill it, but at the end of the day, I ended up learning that wasn't necessarily, that didn't have to be my role. That wasn't supposed to be my role. So it ended up not being that. But I say after a certain amount of time, it gets to a point where it's not like a every single day thing, like everything you do kind of thing, like where you feel, and in the beginning you feel guilty, like making certain decisions, doing certain things. Like, bro, I still have the program from the funeral. Like at my house, I still got the gloves that I carried the casket. Like I feel like I can't get rid of none of that. Like
Right.
I feel like I'm not supposed to, kind of thing. But now I'm at the point now, like it'll just be some days or like I'll just wake up and I just be in that mood, kind of thing. Like I just it's just that'd be the first thing on my mind as soon as I wake up. Or like if I see somebody else talking about them, like it'll kind of get me again sometimes. Or usually when I'm going through like rough patches and just feel like things ain't going right, I'll go pass over to the mausoleum and go sit over there and just be talking to the wall, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ever really stopped. I don't think it stopped. I think it just evolved with you, kind of thing.
I think it's just a constant reminder of the person that you miss.
True.
So like,
Absolutely.
I know I don't go visit grave sites.
It's something I don't do very often, and I don't really feel comfortable when I do it.
Yeah.
To me, it just don't be. I don't know. It don't feel right.
Right.
It don't feel right when I do it.
That's why I don't. Because I'll be like, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to, like.
It take me like I take months long gaps, like going to actually like go walk up there and go stand there and feel. I don't like feeling it. Like I don't like feeling
Look at
that.
it is like we're spirits. So
and that's what my grandma said too. My grandma was like, he's not there. Like,
right.
he's not in that wall.
So the fact of could possibly be right here, right now.
True.
So it's just like I talk to you like this, and then
that's how I am too. Like,
fine.
I just be sitting in my house and I just start talking.
Right.
Like, I just start babbling, like I'm having a full blown conversation type thing. Yeah, for real. I do that a lot.
But one thing that really freaked me out a few times was like I'll be sleeping in a dream, and then my grandmother would pop up in my dream.
Now, you know what's so crazy? Something so crazy. And when I tell you, like, I used to be so mad because everybody except me just kept coming like, oh yeah, I went to sleep and I had a dream and Randy was in my dream. Like, my grandma sat down one day and told us this elaborate dream she had that Randy woke up, grabbed her by the hand, he walked her up to heaven's gates, showed her heaven and all of this, like telling her that he's straight, he fine and all of that, like full blown, told the whole story. Every single person have some kind of story where they saw Randy, like he visited in the dream. I promise you I ain't had it happen once.
Yeah, not yet.
I had it happen once.
Not yet.
But it's other stuff that I be noticing that I don't like. I put it like I be like
put it together,
and I just keep it to myself. But it be stuff that I noticed. Like there was one time, actually the year that he died for my birthday, they had, remember that, I don't know if you remember, but when it happened, they had that little website where people was going on and doing the little candles, kind of thing. On my birthday, the amount of candles was my birthday, 10/10. Yeah. But it'd be stuff like that. It'd be stuff that I'd be noticing just because I'm pretty observant. So like it'd be stuff that I'd be noticing, like when certain things happen, where I was like, damn, like I should have really got this moment kind of thing. Kind of those things. But I ain't never had no like visualization.
Yeah, like no, like it'd be like real like dreams. Like I'd be at home.
I don't really have dreams like that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Cause it was like I was at home. And my grandma walked through the front door like she used to always do. She'll knock on the door, try to open it with the key, and then I'd be like, bruh.
I don't need that.
And then I just wake up and be creeped out. My mama said,
oh my God,
she might be trying to talk to you and tell you something. Like, I'm not trying to find out. But at the same time, maybe I should. Because maybe she's trying to tell me something.
True.
That I might need to know.
For sure. That's true.
And it's not just, it's both of my grandmothers. The same, like, it really be creeping me out, though. But
yeah,
losing loved ones. Appreciate y'all for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Bryce, for finally coming from behind the camera.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna get in front of the camera more often. I kind of like this. I kind of like being on this side. It's nice on this side. The lights and everything. You know, got the microphone going. We're gonna see. If the people want me back, I'll be back.
Yeah, they want
but
you
if the
back.
people don't want me back, I'm gonna just be quiet.
This
to hell with all y'all. I'll shut the whole channel down. Don't play with me. Don't play.
There's another episode of WeakLee Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Deuce. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family. Watch the whole episode every time, and maybe watch it twice. Thank you.
And this is the WeakLee Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.